Oh, hey, there's a little Reddit thing.
There is. I think a lot of people get sent here from Reddit. I think Reddit has, like, hey, come check out this map, because it actually is very, very cool. So it's got nearly the same UI as the replays do. So that's okay. So if you watch a lot of replays, and for casting, it's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I can look at their production tab, I can look at all this, and it's
that makes life so easy for me.
Yes, I love the production tab. Like me and the production tab are BFFs.
There are times like when I'll cast for like a week and not play a game, and then I'll go hit find match, and I'll be like, where's the production tab? I'll be like, I need to see that. Oh no, don't lag.
Well, so there's somebody always lags at the beginning of the game. It's one of those games where somebody is always lagging at the beginning. So
I'm ready to play.
Yeah. And so the nice part is so I've been in a handful of these, and I've never played again. I've never played in one. I've just been watching. So all you have to do is click I want to play, and it throws you into the match. So.
Whoa, hold on. What's going on?
It's picking who. So these three people, or two people now, three, say that they want to play, and then it picks one of those to play. So we've got String Theory, Frizz,
I don't want to play.
M Lucky. So it looks like it is going to be Frizz versus M Lucky.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So this will be a ZVT on Metalopolis.
I'm actually very happy about this because I love TVZ.
So a couple of little things. So there's going to be a little betting window that pops up. So it's kind of annoying. It just popped up. I typically ignore that. You can zoom in and zoom out. So zoom in. I typically like to zoom out one more. And the coolest thing that I found is if you press the little cinematic mode, which is Alt-C, you press that, and like you get a whole nother third of the map to look, or third of the screen to look at, with the mini map still there.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like, this is perfect for casters. So,
okay.
Yeah, so this is some pretty awesome stuff. But we do have Frizz, golly, what color would you call that? That is
dark purple?
Light purple.
Weird purple?
Off purple. We'll call that off purple.
Yeah.
We'll just call him Frizz, the Terran player spawning in the 6 o'clock position. His opponent, M Lucky, now that's purple. Zerg spawning in, or like, well, no, that's like a dark blue. God, the colors.
Dark blue. I'd say dark blue.
The colors are killing me. M Lucky spawning in the 9 o'clock position. So we'll be close by air. And if you click the Versus button, it pulls up with some more up in the top part of your screen. It pulls up even more little gadgets to look at. So
what is this? Why can't I have this?
Exactly. I mean, they do such a good job with this. So resource.
So you got the upgrade grid. Oh, this is so nice.
Yep. Resource collection, unit supply, APM, and units killed, and everything. So this is pretty fantastic.
Oh. M Lucky is playing the game of his life right now.
Wow, he says he does not want that SCV to drop down a bunker or anything, and so on his creep, because he does not want bunkers on his creep, you know. That was seems like an early, is that an early spawning for, or have we been just talking about the UI for that long?
Yeah, we've been talking about it that long.
Oh.
We've been talking about it that long.
Oh man, Frizz missing the wall off there. There's this one little square open there between the supply depot and the barracks. So.
Oh yeah. That's no bueno. You can't have that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow, him Lucky going for a lot of gas.
Tech Lab, I'm not quite sure what Frizz is trying to do here.
Did he leave another open square in that? I think he's left.
Yeah, he left it open.
So they can do a little 90-degree turn there and still get inside the base. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty standard. He's not doing much with these overlords, which I would like to see more of.
Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there. He's also sitting on 200 gas. That's
you can never have that.
First Reaper comes out, Command Center. So this is the Reaper Command Center Expand play.
That's famous play.
And I think our Zerg player is going for the double gas, full saturation expand.
Yeah.
So I think he's thinking maybe I'm going to build like 4 billion infestors right as soon as I get an infestation pit. I'm not really sure.
Right,
but,
and the queen is out of position.
Oh, the Reaper is going to get one drone kill.
He has 1 kill right now.
Will they get the surround? Oh, they do make it down.
That's very hard to get the surround on the Reapers due to, just their mobility.
Yeah, so we got another Reaper.
Second Reaper in play now.
Yep, and so my favorite counter to Reapers is probes. I can kill a Reaper with 4 probes. That's one of the things I can do. I will get those Reapers.
Now there's 2 Reapers in that.
Oh, and I think those Reapers.
That should be a one-shot on Zerglings.
That looks like it is exactly a one-shot, and he just does a little bit of stir stepping and able to clean up all those, but will not be able to clean up the queen though with those.
Very
2
solid
Reapers.
micro going down.
Wow, he is just. He has up to 6 workers killed now, and that's pretty much all of the workers killed. All the workers that Lucky has.
Yeah, more Reapers on the way, just putting constant Reaper pressure.
And he is going for a double expand. So this is actually, oh my gosh, he's got 3 command centers. So Frizz is going for the patented.
He has 4 command centers right now. 1 orbital already up, 2 on the way, 1's being built. Lots of Reapers.
He's going for the Reaper mass expand. I've heard remnants of this play on Team Liquid posts. Have never seen it done before. So.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with it. I've never seen this play. I don't really know.
I have no idea what is. I mean, I think he's just going to mule. I think he's planning to just suffocate his opponent by just muling every single expansion on the base, or on the map. So. I'm going to put my money on Frizz now.
Oh, absolutely. I had my money on Frizz since I first saw him.
Throwing up 4 barracks, now 5 barracks on the way. Will we be seeing Tech Labs? Yep, more Tech Labs. This could be just a Reaper all-in.
Mass Reaper all-in.
Are we seeing mono battles? Is this mono battle Reaper?
We're seeing a mono battle here. Denying the creep, that's actually a very smart play, even though he is just using Reapers.
Yeah. He scans does a double scan.
I'm not really sure what he's scanning.
That's actually a double scan that he threw down there, and Lucky says, I've had enough, and GG's out.
That was a very interesting game.
So Frizz, having being the victor of that last match, gets to stay in, but chooses to not.
Oh, and I hope we get to see Bombastic. Oh, no. He's a GM.
Lonely Trooper is out by himself. He's the Lonely Trooper waiting for an opponent. So you can actually pick what league you're in. So you can actually say you're in Grandmasters and not really be in the Grandmasters. So
okay.
It can be misleading if somebody doesn't actually abide by it. So nobody wants to play against Lonely Trooper. That DT is pretty scary.
It is. Is this based on your
portrait? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I think it's just random.
Viking, so.
I think it's just random. Ooh, so did Frizz have a Reaper as his unit that was out the first time? Maybe he thought that he could only build that one unit.
Possibility.
Maybe
hilarious.
Maybe they think this is like mono battles, and those are the only units they can build. Wow, that would be funny. So.
And Frizz appears to be now playing the
oh
no.
We have String Theory versus Lonely Trooper. Look at my money's on the DT.
And then Zergling versus a DT. I'm taking the DT every day.
Yes.
Okay, so we have spawning in the 3 o'clock position.
I'd say either 3 or 2 o'clock position.
Or red Protoss, Lonely Trooper. And then the top 12 o'clock, 12:30 position, we have a green Zerg known as String Theory. And right now we're just seeing some standard openings.
So this will be a close by air spawn, so the Overlord will be able to spot the Nexus very shortly.
Right, which means that he's going to have to get a fast cybernetics core to get Stalkers to take that out. Otherwise, he's going to have full vision. There's a nice pylon going down. Another Overlord on the way.
Oh, it looks like Lonely Trooper is going to be going for a fast expand as that pylon is on the low ground.
It is. So Yeah, it's a definite thing to look out for. Hopefully not a Forge Fast expand, but
I'm thinking it probably will be. That's kind of the strategy that most Protoss players have started to go to combat the macro of the Zerg player. So we've been seeing that a lot more here lately. The question is, what is string theory going to be going? And he does not. He doesn't know about the pylon on the low ground just yet. So will he be going hatch first? He does get the extractor. So.
And there's the Forge. So we will be definitely seeing a Forge Fast expand.
Yep. So here shortly, he will throw down the Nexus with the cannon there to finish that wall off, so that the Zerglings will have to run all the way through the mineral line to get up through that ramp. So.
Correct.
And
waiting on those two things right now.
I think Bombastic is thinking there could be a cannon rush out of this. Of course, we haven't seen. It looks like it is going to be hatch before spawning pool out of string theory. So.
Yes, and that is what it is.
I got to think he saw that Forge first and realized, okay, I've got to get my macro up to be able to compete against a 2-base Protoss. So.
Right, and these are definitely both late game, or not late game plays, but later game plays, mid game plays, I should say.
Yeah, this is definitely going more macro style as opposed to the all-in-ish style. So.
Right, we're not going to see any quick ending games here. This one will take 15-20 minutes at least.
And spawning pool.
Unless something crazy goes wrong, and I am completely wrong then, but
I think we probably will see
the wall off there.
Yeah, so that cannon will go right between. It should go right between the Nexus and the pylon. There's a little open spot that still allows units, or right behind the pylon. I would prefer it to be right next to the Nexus because it helps defend that mineral line a little bit better.
Right, putting down another pylon, so possibly more cannons on the way. But two workers here trying to outrun each other. Not doing anything. Second hatch is down already, and Zergling speed is on the way for string theory.
No links just yet, but the speed is on the way, and he is actually going to be dropping a cannon in his mineral line to protect it completely. So that's probably the reason why we saw it go down behind the pylon.
And there's a very aggressively placed hatchery at the gold.
Instead of taking the easier to protect third expansion, he's going for the gold. So
definitely an aggressive player here, and I like to see that. I like to see some aggressive Zerg players. I think that's definitely one of the things that make Zerg such a deadly race to play as, is just their natural aggressiveness. You can get a lot of units quickly that, surround.
And we do have 8 Zerglings out on the field now, so we should be seeing a little bit of pressure put on by our Zerg player here, just definitely checking to see what's going on with that expansion. So, but a cannon, 2 cannons back there, and the Zealot should be able to stop any of pressure from the Zerglings. Although speed is finished.
There it goes. Zergling going to be doing some scouting, checking for timing pushes, things like that. But he will get...
Ooh, cut right in half.
That was just so quick. I don't think... Yeah, they took a little bit of shield damage, but nothing serious.
Yeah, so here will be... The question is if these Zerglings come off that watchtower. It looks like they are not going to come off that watchtower. Will he see the gold expansion, and he moves right past it?
No, I don't think he does.
Not even checking it, of course. These Zealots are going to be caught out in the open, and there's... there's the surround, and they're still on move command.
And there's the surround.
Wow. 0 damage dealt there. 0 damage.
Can't beat that. Pylons and gateways going down. So we're going to see a lot of gateway units. Hopefully Stalkers soon, now that
the cybernetic score is
down.
Yeah.
But he's getting warp gate research, and so that's very crucial for any good Protoss player.
Yep, and I like the throwing down 5 gateways. That's a good number to get. Now, granted, String Theory does have the gold base now fully saturated, or he's getting it fully saturated, so that's going to give him a big economy boost. And do we have any tech following the Zerglings? We do not at the moment, so... 11 drones in production now. If we go to the units counting station, we see, oh wow, 41 probes to just now 40 drones, but our Protoss player had the probe or the worker advantage for a very, very long time. But that gold expansion is definitely going to be very, very helpful. And we do have a Stargate on the way for Lonely Trooper, so is he going to be forcing... We could be seeing that PvZ metagame that I love so much. Get a couple Phoenix and Void Rays out, you force the Hydra Den to go down, and then you tech switch into Colossus. So...
Right.
But it is quickly spotted before any units come out of that Stargate, as the Overlord is scouting straight through the base.
And Void Ray coming out, that's a very interesting choice. Usually you see Phoenix to do some harassment, but...
Yep. I think he's going straight for ground damage, as the Phoenix cannot attack air, so... Oh, and it looks like he was trying to potentially expand there to his third, but it was denied by those Zerglings. And I don't believe that Lonely Trooper knows about that gold expansion yet. That could get mined out before he ever even realizes it. We got 2 Spore Crawlers going down at the mineral line of the main, which there are basically no drones at the mineral line of the main. I feel like right now what String Theory needs to do is work on getting drone production. That's where he's really falling behind.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we go to, gotta go to the income tab on this resource collection, so. Lonely Trooper is up on Vespine, but they're about tied with minerals, so.
Right, but String Theory also does have 2 more workers.
Did he
now
he is creating workers in bulk, as he was way behind on the worker count a while ago.
4 Spore Crawlers. I apologize. Spore Crawlers.
Oh wow, I got 7 in the production facility. Yeah, he definitely wants to defend that gold expansion. Now, once he mines that gold expansion all the way out, those Spore Crawlers would pretty much be useless. But you can lift them up, or you can unburrow them and tell them to move somewhere else. So we do have an infestation pit going down for String Theory. He is not taking the bait and going to Hydras. He decides instead to go Infester. And we could be seeing some higher tech units. We don't see a Spire yet, though, so...
That's very interesting. Robo coming out, and Protoss ground armor level 1.
Yeah, I think Lonely Trooper's probably going to switch into that Colossus tech, even though there are no Hydras. So.
Right. Yeah, and there's a lot of Lings just got taken out.
Yep. But
Infester tech going down.
Oh, wow.
Half the Jinx lands coming.
4 photon cannons just kind of sitting there in a cluster right in front of Lonely Trooper's third base right there. That's not exactly the best placement I'd like to see of cannons. So.
No, it's not. You definitely want to see them more spread out, but...
Because, I mean, all Zerglings have to do is just come to the backside, and they can attack that mineral line without taking really any damage, I believe. So, fourth expansion now down for String Theory.
Our Protoss player now moving out.
And
moving out to center map. Maybe he will try to check the gold.
I don't know. He may see it with these Void Rays. He will definitely see the creep, I think. And there he goes. He does in fact see it.
He attacks that Spore Crawler first. That would be the most obvious choice.
These roaches.
Also.
What are these roaches doing? Back at the base, he's got a lot of roaches.
Spore Crawler's just doing a ton of damage.
Yes, I think that's why he had 4 of them.
And the hatch will fall.
Oh no, first Infester! Oh! Got nothing out of that Infester, and these roaches are just sitting here. I think he basically just sacked that base and was building 11 Hydralists, so he did go the Hydra route. And we do have Zealot Charge on the way, which is a good choice by our Protoss player, as get those Zealots right up in the face of those roaches and Hydras, and they'll be able to do a lot of damage. Very
good. We're getting some creep spread now from our player. Wow.
Yep. Third time's the charm.
That's something I would have liked to have seen earlier.
Yeah, it would have given him vision. He would have been able to see the force coming, and it looks like we're going to have an engagement here.
There it goes again.
Oh, but
those
what will we
roaches,
see?
They take a ton of damage. There's just not a
wow,
to take out a roach quickly. There's no easy way to do that.
Well, there is an immortal.
Doing the job pretty well.
The immortals will decimate the the Zerg units, definitely those roaches. And it looks like Lonely Trooper is able to clean this up.
There's almost no need for micro here. Just
oh wow, not quite a full force field there, but a couple more hydras.
Solid play.
Yep, and it looks like Lonely Trooper is going to be able to clean this up fairly easily. String Theory didn't really help him much having that gold expansion. So
right, just going back for reinforcement. And it looks like he's just going to go again.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's no real reason to push your advantage if you overextend and lose your entire army. That's really not where you want to be. So you know you have an advantage. Stay back a little bit, get a couple more warp ins, and push again. Yeah.
And just remember, when you're ahead, go more ahead.
Yep. So 4 more gateways on the way, a Colossus as well, Thermal Lance working, and ground attack level 2 for our Protoss player. But we do have a Spire on the way for our Zerg player.
And Zergling's coming in the back. He sees it now because of the probe, and he seems to be going and, getting it, but it looks like they're going to be taken out very quickly. Yeah.
So we do almost have the Spire down, so we could be seeing some Mutalisks out of this, although that will be a little bit hard with all those Stalkers in there as well as the 4 Void Rays. Now looks like there's only 1 Sentry in that army, so that could be kind of the saving grace. First Colossus is out. Looks like it was mis-rallied and moving back towards the rest of the forces.
Yeah, and Thermal Lance almost finishing, and Protoss ground level weapons 2 on the way. For more.
Oh wow! Lonely Trooper has 94 workers right now. Wow, that means he is wow, and it looks like most of them are at the main base on 1 mineral patch. So that is not where you want that.
That is quite a lot of quite a lot of workers on 1 mineral patch, and that is not efficient.
So he's got about a 28 worker count advantage, but the mineral counts are nearly the same as are the Vespene counts. So obviously, a lot of those workers are going to waste.
Right, and I'd like to see some more, maybe some more macro from both players. Obviously, more warp-ins on the way, but there's definitely room for improvement.
Yep. Well, so our String Theory, our Zerg, is sitting on 2,000 minerals right now with
and that's just
really nothing to spend it on. He did have 15 mutas just popped, so that will hopefully help him a little bit. Are any of these mutas? Oh no, the mutas are going to fly right over the army!
There's a nice force field. Very well done.
Yep, leaving just the mutas there. So
the boss is pulling back, but he's coming back into the fight now. And just everything for Zerg is dying.
Yep, all those units clumped up right on the ramp. That is just a Colossus's holiday there. And there's the GG by String Theory. So Lonely Trooper taking the win.
And I'm actually going to have to go now. I have some family things I have to take care of.
All right, sounds good, bud. It was definitely fun casting with you. Let me know next time you're on, and we'll jump into another one of these.
Okay, no problem. Okay, see you around.
See you, bud. All right, so we have Lonely Trooper, the champion of the last game, and looks like he's calling out Frizz to play him. So we'll see if Frizz is up to the challenge, decides to play Lonely Trooper. It was some pretty strong Protoss play that we had out of Lonely Trooper. It looks like String Theory wanting a chance at it again. He will be playing Protoss this time. Bombastic, the Zerg throwing his hat into the ring, so we will see which one of these it picks. I think it's going to pick Lonely Trooper and Bombastic, as I think it puts people who haven't played each other before up against each other, and Lonely Trooper, having won the last one, will always play in the next game. So Bombastic says this is his first game in months, and we will have a PVZ again. And so here we go. Bombastic, the yellow Zerg, spawning in the 12 o'clock position. His opponent in the completely opposite side of the map, Lonely Trooper, the red defending champion Protoss, spawning in the 6 o'clock position. So Bombastic doing the wise thing of sending the Overlord out to check for that close by air spawn, and he will not find anything there. Let's go to the APM tab, and we see Bombastic with throwing up some pretty decent APM numbers there. Both players being manner and saying good luck, have fun. Looks like Mocklack asking if Bombastic is really a Grandmasters player, as he did have Grandmasters listed as his rank, but of course you can change those yourself. So, and looks like we're going to see the same play style out of Lonely Trooper again. He will be going for that pylon throwing down. We will see Forge first out of Lonely Trooper. So this is going to be a Forge fast expand. What are we going to see out of Bombastic? Will he be throwing down the hatchery, or will it be Extractor and Spawning Pool first? Now, in that last game, String Theory gave us a kind of interesting look into the Extractor hatchery play, and went very, very ballsy and went for the gold expansion very early on, which could have been the nail in the coffin, as he would eventually lose that base. Looks like Bombastic is going for the 15 spawning pool, a little bit later than normal, but deciding to go for economy first. So Lonely Trooper does have his Forge almost complete now, so we will probably be seeing the Gateway Nexus with cannon in the back, cannon behind the pylon wall off again, as that's a pretty tight wall off. Both those buildings are very strong. That pylon, if it goes down, putting the cannon right behind it will still stop the Baneling bus. It looks like we have actually pylon first out of our Red Protoss Lonely Trooper, so he is not stopping pro production. And decides to go Nexus. Delay that Nexus just a little bit. Hatchery is down for Bombastic. Extractor now down as well, so circling speed will be a little bit delayed, and there goes the Nexus for our Protoss player. So Bombastic doing the smart play and deciding to go get that hatchery up so that he can stay up with his opponent. Bombastic checking around for any kind of proxy pounds or anything like that. With a Forge, you definitely have to, even though they're going Forge fast expand, you still have to be careful of any kind of cannon contain or anything like that. White Raw is known to put cannons behind this mineral line to, well actually that's actually a tough one to put it in, and this mineral line is really where you want to have it, as well as this one you can do it as well. Not really able to do it so much in this one, and this 12 o'clock mineral line is way too open. There's no way to contain yourself and get only one drone to attack that. Wow, that is a big drone transfer there. Let's see if Bombastic can do a better job of getting that saturation on those bases than String Theory did in the last game. So Gateway is down, Nexus as well. There is another cannon by the Nexus to protect that mineral line just a little bit better. Now this will kind of get in the way of some of these harvesting pros, but it won't make too much of a difference. So we'll see how this macro style play works out for Lonely Trooper again. See if he's able to really take advantage on that and really what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, it's gone. So you're gonna get a nice creep connection with the two bases. I really like that, so that your units can move down really quickly, especially those queens that move oh so slow. So Zergling speed finally almost complete. A Zealot on the way. Looks like this Overlord is going to be doing a little bit of 6.5 minute scouting. Pretty standard there. We do not have drone transfer or probe transfer down to the natural, and it looks like he has just rallied all of his workers down to the natural. So we'll see how that plays out for him. There's some people like to send workers from their main to their natural as soon as it finishes. Others like to just rally it as soon as it's done and keep full saturation on their main base. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Another third going down for Bombastic. This is a pretty good idea for Zerg players who see a macro style of Protoss. They need to get that third up really quickly to stay ahead on the macro of the Protoss player. So Warp Gate Tech is on the way. Still only one gateway. We need to see some more gateways going down for Lonely Trooper. This is pretty much the exact same setup that he had before. What he's done is, if for some reason this does fall to Zerglings, he can put his Zealot right here and contain that. So we'll see how that plays out for him. 3 more gateways on the way. We have an Evo chamber and the 3rd hatchery just now completing, as well as more and more Zerglings. 2 Zealots moving out. Will these be on move command, or will they get caught by Zerglings? They will move up here and find the 3rd base, though. So one going to hack and slash a little bit on that hatchery. Oh, this one Zealot does get surrounded. He is still on a move command, so he will not get any damage done. You gotta hate watching that because, I mean, that's just no damage being done. And what else do we? Warp Gate Tech almost complete. We have a Twilight Council as well, so Lonely Trooper is going to be changing it up here. We could be seeing charge lots or blink stalkers out of this. My guess is probably going to be charge lots. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Right now, Bombastic does have 2 queens at his natural, is slowly getting a creep connection through all of his bases. I really like that because, again, just gives that speed mobility that the Zerg really, really likes to use. So looks like we could have a little bit of Zergling pressure by our yellow Zerg player, Bombastic, but 4 Zealots and 2 Photon Cannons should be able to stop this. And Bombastic, thinking that there could be a Stargate on the way, going ahead and throwing down some Spore Crawlers, but there is no Stargate just yet, so we'll see if those minerals go to waste. Working on Zerg melee attack level 1. We have some Stalkers being worked in now. Blink is just now starting research, so we will be seeing that. Oh, gosh, I hate seeing those units on move command, and just those Zerglings have gotten just 2 free easy kills with pretty much nothing to show for it. You just gotta hate that. So if we go to the units lost tab, that's, I mean, Bombastic's lost 4 Zerglings. That's it. There's no way. Oh, Lonely Tree. This has got to be from the last game. So just FYI, the units lost tab is messed up if they haven't played before, because there's no way he's already lost 4750 in resources in just 1 game. So let's go back to the production tab. What do we have coming out? We've got ground attack level 2 working for our Protoss player. His army moving out to protect that 3rd. And a couple of Zerglings out on the field. More Zerglings. So it looks like we pretty much just have Zerglings right now for Bombastic. He is getting the Spire up, so we will be seeing a Ling Muta kind of play style out of him. Very nice creep spread, though. I do have to compliment him on that. Getting very nice creep spread, getting good vision on the map. And what's coming out of our Protoss player, Blink, almost complete. And that 3rd expansion about halfway done. And those Zerglings will be cleaned up. Probe is going to stay alive. Will this last Zergling be cleaned up before those cannons can get a shot off? It looks like, wow, he skirted the range of those cannons very, very well. And Robotics Facility is on the way, so could be seeing a little bit of blink harassment here with the Observer. So just spotting him right over the high ground and being able to blink up into the base and do some damage there. We'll see if that ends up being what we see out of our Protoss player. Zerg Flyer attack level 1 on the way, as well as some mutas. And oh, he has found the Zergling numbers and gets some easy kills. Wow. Oh, will he be able to clean up the rest of those? No, those ones make it on home really easily. But did get a couple of free kills there, so anytime you can get free kills, it's always good. So continuing to warp in more Stalkers. The reason for that being that he did research Blink very heavily, so 2 attack almost complete as well. Robotics Facility down. More gateways going down, as well as the more bases you have, the more you can produce out of gateways. So for the more, every time you expand, you should throw down 2 or 3 gateways if you're a Protoss player. Just because, I mean, you can produce, you can afford to produce out of them. So my little hint of the day. And looks like Bombastic will be taking his 4th. And mutas look like they're going to be in a harassment formation, as they are going to be going straight in. And the first thing they will see is going to be that Robotics Facility. So this is all going to come down to if Lonely Trooper has the resources and he actually is supply blocked right now. Oh, that's just horrible. So continue to throw down more and more pylons, as he will not be able to get Stalkers in there in time, trying to use Blink to just get that extra mobility. He needs to cancel that Observer. Oh, and he does not save the Robotics Facility, but the Robotics Bay is now complete. He needs to throw some cannons along this outside to protect that off. Throwing down 2 Robotics Facilities now, so we will be seeing Colossus out of this. Observer is now halfway across the field. More mutas coming in to join this. This is starting to get kind of scary muta numbers. He's up to 20 mutas already, and that's not exactly where you want to be as if you're Lonely Trooper, especially especially whenever your base over here is so poorly defended. I mean, he's got a couple of cannons, but that's about it. He's going to have to save warpins to be able to defend his base. And it looks like, is he really moving out with only half of his army, leaving the rest to counterattack? That may be what he is in fact doing. And Observer now seeing all the Zerglings, and wow, it looks like he is going to be spawning a lot of creep tubers, so really getting the creep spread going. 4th expansion now up, and we see a probe going over here to get Lonely Trooper's 4th expansion going, and the mutas are just sitting over here in the vents, waiting to go ahead and take their 2nd attack. Lonely Trooper wisely keeping a lot of stalkers in his base. Thermal's Lance working, as well as Colossus. And here come the mutas, but will they turn around? Nice blink there, cleaning up at least 1 or 2 mutas. One of the mutas very, very low on hit points, so looks like he's going to try a different area of attack, and looks like he's going to find it, but there's the blink again. And I don't think he killed any mutas there, but did weaken them up very, very well. A couple more stalkers look like they're going to be moving in, but will they be in position to attack that? It looks like they're not, and they blink up and try to get, but this could... Oh, if he just turned around and took 1 glaive on all of those workers, he would have done a lot of damage. He may still come back and do it. Oh, that's so many workers there. Oversaturation. But these stalkers are on a hunt to find those mutalisks, and the mutalisks have found the open base, so they're going to try and do some damage to that nexus before it can go down. 1 mutalisk does pop, and Corruptor's now in the field. Do we have any... We do not have Hive Tech yet. We don't have the Infestation Pit is down, but still no Hive Tech, so we could be seeing Broodlords come out of this. Zerg attack, flying attack level 2 on the way. How many mutas does he have now? He's got 28 mutas to 27 stalkers. Not really where you want to be for our Protoss players, so... But he does have Colossus and Zealots, so if he can attack them head on, I would like to see some sentries in this army. Looks like Bombastic is getting that muta death ball filled up, and he will be taking a 2nd attack with these mutas on the 4th base. The stalkers are nearby, but it looks like there's going to be a Zergling pincer attack to flank this. So we do have cannons now completing, so those are going to help limit out the numbers. And here comes the big engagement, but those cannons, so many mutas get taken out so quickly. There's the blink right on top of those mutas. A lot of mutas go down. Oh, raining just bits and bits of mutas. And the Zergling counterattack is now on the way. Do we have any Zealots anywhere? Colossus trying to walk his way back there. Zealot going up on the high ground to... Ooh, nice warpin of Zealots there. None of them do go down, but force the Zerglings to go back. And Muta counterattack again, but looks like Lonely Trooper is going in for the kill. And, oh, he will catch a couple of mutas there, does a little bit of damage, does not get any kills, it looks like. Oh my gosh, those Colossus need to be very careful as, oh no, they will get picked off. Nice blink on the mutas to try and protect those Colossus. And 1 Colossus does go down, but the majority of them are protected. These mutas just trying to take out those Colossus, wisely moving the Colossus into the stalkers, so that those mutas have to fly right over the stalkers. And oh man, the muta count is dwindling, and I think the stalkers won out. I think Lonely Trooper is going to be able to win this one. There's the GG by Bombastic. The Blink stalkers are able to win the day, and Lonely Trooper currently 2-0 now. Who will play against him in this next matchup? Will there be anybody to play against him in this next matchup? If he is the Zerg champion in this Peep Mode, as he has taken out both of the Zerg players. He asks, are we done here? But Bombastic and Frizz both wanting a shot at him. Oh, but it looks like Bombastic is the only one left. Well, I think that is going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Hope you guys enjoyed AEGIS joining me for a little bit of it. We did a little bit of dual cast there at the beginning. We should have more of that coming up, especially with the SCSL on the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys